to abandon ship.
Oh no!
Here we go!
Can I persuade you to join us for a drink? It's a tradition.
Here.
Jar Jar, homie, my main man, quickly. Before the Separatists attack, get into the escape pod.
Hey! This is escape, then we're the pod.
Welcome back to Star Wars Escape Pod. I'm your host, Josh, and we have a great episode today with our co-host, Blake. And who knows, maybe we'll have a voice or two popping in as we carry on here. But for this week, we're chatting a little bit about the Lucasfilm publishing reveals at the New York Comic-Con, the outcome of Tron Ares and Cameron Monaghan's little appearance in that movie, an update from Quantic Dream about the upcoming Star Wars Eclipse video game, a few action figures from Hasbro's 6-inch series, and who knows what else will come up. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Another happy landing.
You're my brother!
I hate you!
Well, I guess we can end it here then.
Only money!
Oh, right, we better stay.
Alright, well, figure we just have a fun little start there. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Was that the right intro?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're doing this as a regular episode this week because
Okay, that's not what I was told.
we do. You know what? Yeah, it is technically. Maybe that is true. Maybe I jotted in the calendar wrong. I think I wrote it down as Cantina Banter, but then I ended up coming up with enough stuff to
I see.
to make it not a Cantina Banter.
Yeah, I was going to mention that Yoda used to be blue.
Yeah, so maybe I should have made it Cantina Banter. Well, everybody, we have our 400th anniversary coming up. Actually, sorry, that sounded weird. Not 400 years we have been around, but the 400th episode that we have been around. So that comes out later in November, I guess, or early November, I guess. We'll have to. Yeah, sounds about right. Guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, we are only weeks away, and we're planning something special. And Darian's going to host us a fun little game that we'll be playing, and we'll have the precursing how that's going to work, I guess, the week before. So, and a few of us are going to be involved. Ben and Ellen are supposed to be coming back on as some of our guest players and guest speakers in that episode. And we're just going to have a good time. It's going to be a very narratively driven game, not a role-playing game, if anyone's trying to guess what it could be. But yeah, that's going to be good. It's going to be good
Sounds
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, so keep that on your calendars, I guess, for stay tuned.
It's a general rough timeline.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean is keep listening to Star Wars Escape Pod for exciting stuff, for fun stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
should we already be doing that anyway?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already do that. Hopefully, well, we don't have like a mind-blowing set of news here, but I mean, at the same time,
Better be
I feel
about
like
Blue Yoda.
we always come up with fun stuff, like how this conversation about Blue Yoda came up. Like, where'd you read about Blue Yoda?
Apparently, it was on The Guardian, believe it or not.
What?
Which is like a big newspaper.
Blue Yoda.
Apparently, so from the article I was reading, basically while the intro was playing, I guess in the original screenplay, Yoda was blue, and they changed him like last minute.
Oh
to
yeah,
green.
review of screenplay, novel, and comic suggests that the filmmakers made a late decision to make the Jedi Master green. Oh wow.
Apparently, they interviewed someone from like ILM or something.
Blue-ish.
Or I guess it would have been Tippett, right? Is that right? Wait, who did?
Oh, it just looks like this is from the Marvel Comics Empire Strikes Back illustrated adaptation published in
I think
1980.
I read is in the screenplay as well, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Had producers of The Empire Strikes Back closely followed the final screenplay, then Yoda would have been bluish.
There you go.
Oh, that is interesting.
Maybe
I mean,
turquoise, but
it's kind of hard to imagine Yoda as any other color.
I know
mean,
at this point,
it's almost like saying,
that's why I thought it was
like,
worth mentioning.
yeah, it's almost like maybe saying, like Jar Jar's been purple this whole time, even though we know him to be like this kind of reddish sort of
Yellowy.
tan color.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was I say what?
I mean, maybe there's different Yoda species we don't know about, different colors from his planet.
Different toadstools that these creatures pop
Is
out
that
of.
what their official name is
Toadstools?
for his species?
No idea. But yeah, I think people would have a hard time imagining what Grogu would look like if he was.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Can you imagine if they
blue.
released? I think people would say that he's not the same species if they made him blue.
Yeah, I feel like green was a good call, especially nowadays, because I feel like we do have a lot of other blue aliens in Star Wars. Like we've got the Pantorans, the Chiss.
It's true. That's way later, but yeah.
Yeah, there's the Duros.
It's true. They're blue.
Yeah,
The
there's
Nemoidians, I guess, kind of bluey gray.
the more. Well, I guess like Newt Gunray, he's like kind of mucusy green, but
It's supposed to be they're related to the Duros.
oh yeah, you mean like yeah, same family. Yeah, maybe there's other subfamilies of that family.
You know, it's probably because if I were to guess, they're using blue screens.
Toydarians are
That's
blue,
true.
like Watto.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough blue aliens out there. We got Max Rebo,
Yeah, there's too many. It's a good thing they made him green. We need some variety.
Nubs.
We need some more aliens on Team Greedo.
Any young Jedi Knight fans out there, or young Jedi Adventure fans out there? Nubs.
Nubs. I still want the Lego.
Yeah.
But did they ever make a Darth Nubs?
Actually, yeah, they did. Well,
Was he on the Falcon?
in a physical minifigure, no, because he, I think, is only.
There was one set. And it was like $50 for like 8 pieces.
Oh yeah.
So I never bought it.
No, you know what? No, they didn't make a Darth Nubs. No, like in a real life minifig. No.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was on the Falcon. 'cause
Right.
they
No,
did
the
a
Dark
bunch of
Falcon?
them, yeah.
No, he didn't. Sadly not. But maybe one day. I mean, they've only made one Nubs in general, and that's the original
Keep them
Nubs.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Is that set still out?
Yeah, it's still out. Yeah.
Probably pick it up on discount.
Yeah, I think so. About to wait, scope it out. So I was on a big Tron rant last week. I think it was. Finally saw the movie. And it dawned on me that when we were talking about Tron, when I brought it up, I blanked on one of the Star Wars reasons why I brought it up.
Kind of important.
Yeah, kind of important. It was because Cameron Monaghan is in the movie, and when we were at one of the fan expos that he was also at, he was talking about how he was filming, with the Tron cast, and this was, if anyone doesn't know, the actor who also portrays Cal Kestis in Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. He comes back as Cal Kestis in the Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past Lego movie series that just came out. Yeah.
Slight side topic, but I'm surprised they haven't done any live action with him because the character is
Oh,
literally
man.
modeled to look like him.
They're losing time, man.
I know.
Like he's getting older, and it's like, man, they should do it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
It's such an easy decision.
At this point, I'm just hoping that they still commit to a third game in that trilogy because the
The EA purchase?
yeah, because the EA purchase, right? Like it could change a lot of things. But yeah, Cameron, he seems like a great guy, but he was in the Neutron movie, and he plays a program working with Ares, who is the main character, and he helps Ares infiltrate the NCOM grid, and ultimately is sacrificed in the battle. So we saw him for a whole 10 seconds. I
Oh,
wanna
wow.
say. Yeah, like
So it was basically a Star Wars cameo.
yeah, because he had a helmet on, and then so finally when the
So you
helmet
didn't even
comes
know it was
off,
him.
like you didn't really know it was him, and you can't really track which one it is him. Like in the battle, it's really hard to
Right.
tell. And so finally, when the helmet comes off, you're like, oh hey, and then he's gone, and then it's like
spoilers.
Oh, man. Yeah, where's the spoiler button? Oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go.
There we go. It was too late, but
Yeah, too late. Yeah. No, well, too bad. So, yeah, go see Tron Ares. Go support our fellow Star Wars guy, Cameron Monaghan.
for his 5-second cameo.
Hey, it's more than I get. I don't see myself in Tron. I mean, good for him. He's in Tron. Goes from a very highly popular Star Wars video game to the IMAX.
That's true. Those
To the
games are like
IMAX.
70 hours.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of surreal.
It's a lot of staring at him, even if it's the back of his head.
Yeah, exactly. The New York Comic Con just happened not that long ago. And I know we already talked about in a past week that Lucasfilm was announcing a new book that takes place between episode 8 and 9 called Star Wars Legacy. We were speculating on what that could be about, you know?
Yeah.
So now there's a whole cover. There's an author. There's details. So here's the cover right there if you want to take a look. So we got Leia and Rey and Kylo Ren all in the front of the book.
So it's post 9 then.
It's post 8 because
it's
you know
in
there's
between.
Kylo Ren right there. And,
Oh yeah, good call.
You know, Leia also died, you know, kind of at the beginning of 9. So but I'll read you a little bit about what this is about. So in Star Wars Legacy, an all new adventure from best-selling author Madeline Rowe will follow Rey and her new master Leia Organa on a quest to mend her storied Skywalker lightsaber. And then there's an interview on StarWars.com, and you can learn more about this highly anticipated novel coming out July 28th, 2026. So it's like a ways away, but they are marketing it pretty far in advance.
That's for a book. That's very far in advance.
It is, yeah. And I guess it's like, I think we were recently
Do you
talking
think it's
about
to
this.
hype up this fabled Rey movie?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's actually a great thing to bring up. But I think another thing is this idea that there isn't a lot of stories that take place between episode 8 and 9, which is, I guess, with the
Is there
sequel.
enough time?
It's 1 year, but with the sequel trilogy, like, I mean, there isn't a lot of room that the filmmakers left to make these kinds of stories, right?
Yeah.
Because there is no gap between episode 7 and 8, which I think was kind of a massive, I mean, I don't want to call it a mistake, but it's like,
It made things complicated.
definitely, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
also like, it's almost like a missed opportunity
Right.
to create some.
It also really limits character development between movies.
Oh, 100%. And
Probably
it,
the main thing.
It also does make characters jumping from one movie to the next a lot rougher because like maybe some things changed with the
Their hair changed a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, like the costume change. I mean, like there was changes. I mean, and also the actors are older by a few years,
Right.
and there's just some things that naturally flow a bit better when you have these movies not taking place back to back in universe. You know what I mean? Like when you watch episode 1 and you see Ewan McGregor without a beard and long hair, and then you watch episode 2, which
He seems a lot older.
He seems a lot older, and they got working on that movie like right away. Like it's not like there was not a lot of delay at all between episode 1 and episode 2.
That's crazy. Because
Pre-production.
by growing his hair out and having the
Yeah.
goatee,
Well,
he
if you
just
think
looks
about it, like-
so different.
I know, right? Because that movie came out in '99, and then Clones came out in 2002. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
and to make a movie back then too, like it was a bit of a slower process for something that was kind of groundbreaking, like first digital movie ever,
Right.
and of that scale with that amount of VFX, like crazy, right? And
So
Ewan
is that why
McGregor,
Christopher Lloyd got cut? He couldn't age fast enough.
yeah, but I mean, like, but it was the same kind of time jump between
No.
7 and 8, right?
Sorry,
like,
who played? I'm blanking on the actor's name. I got that wrong.
but Christopher Lloyd.
No. The played Anakin, Phantom Menace.
Oh, Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd. Thank you. I was,
Christopher Lloyd.
yeah, I'm like that's Back to the Future. What?
Great Scott.
yeah. I got half of it right.
Yeah. But you see what I mean, right? Like it's just there's what was it? Like 1, 2, like 3, maybe 3.5 years or 4 years, like kind of between the actor, you know, maybe starting that next movie and then it releasing. And it's like with episode 7, that was 2015, and episode 8 was like 2017. So, you know, like kind of the same, maybe one less year, but like kind of the same. So I don't know. I feel like it does help a lot. Like when you do have like time jumps between movies.
It helps
like,
explain stuff for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The interview on StarWars.com, they get into it with her and
If it's that far out, how much plot can they even like hype up? They have being interviewed based on the title. Like that's all they got. I don't know. I'm just because this is a long ways out. So I do wonder how much of this book is actually written.
So it seems like a great deal of it is written. They do return to Tython. So on their quest following the Battle of Crate, Rey and Leia will make their way to a planet familiar to fans of The Mandalorian and the Old Republic video game, the planet Tython. So every time something from the Old Republic gets referenced, I light up like a Christmas tree, says the author. And she has a deep affinity for the Star Wars video games, including Force Unleashed. And she says we needed a planet that had a deep Jedi history. So the author's novel will introduce new characters as well, and includes more depth for one character familiar to fans of Marvel's Age of Resistance, Rose Tico. Tale called the First Order's Captain. Oh yeah, it was so he was in the Rose Tico comic book in the Age of Resistance series that they did, and it's a character in the First Order called Captain Wollstonholm.
It's quite the name.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. This novel will have some deep cuts and references and details. I think it certainly helps that all the movies are out. That way, things can really be
cohesive.
Yeah, and more tightly connected, I guess. Like now that we know how it all ends, it's like, okay, we can actually play with things like the Snoke stuff and the Knights of Ren stuff, and it won't interfere with anything. It's supposed to
just become a thread that goes nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Change.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that maybe like this novel, like some others, like I feel like these books are kind of a saving grace sometimes when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, they can add a lot of context, they can help bridge the gap.
You can patch plot holes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, is there any novels that come to mind that have like patched some plot holes for you in the past, when it comes to between the movies?
I guess you could argue the prequel to Rogue One.
Catalyst?
Yeah.
Yeah, the prequel of the prequel.
That's right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Catalyst. That was a good novel. That was about Galen Erso and his story in the Rogue One story, which in Rogue One, his story is such a small piece of the puzzle, but Catalyst almost made that character so much more interesting.
Yeah, for sure, because it actually gave you all the detail of why it happened in the first place.
Yeah.
Instead of just a throwaway sentence.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was a great...
Didn't they have Anakin's scar on above his eye from a comic or something?
Oh man, I think there's a few stories where that originated. I believe the first reference of how that happened was in the visual dictionary for Revenge of the Sith. There was a little bit of lore somewhere on Anakin's page that said that the scar originated from a duel with Ventress. Mm-hmm. And after the 3D animated Clone Wars came out, that show never showcased that duel.
He had the scar though, so
he did.
Skipped over it.
They started the show with that scar.
Oh.
But there's also, and here's the thing, here's what reinforces my whole... This is what reinforces my whole thing about time jumps, right? Because the Clone Wars also had a time jump. That show did not completely...
It's not immediately after the...
Exactly. It started like a few months.
Of the clones.
Yeah, it started a few weeks or months later. So it's certainly possible, and there's certainly room for there to be a story in there where he encounters Ventress. And we read
another
a book.
Tales of the Jedi.
We do, yeah. And we read a book that actually showcased their first encounter with each other, which was in the Brotherhood book. Do you remember that book?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that was their first. That was like
Cat of Pneumonia, right?
Yeah, that was exactly like that was the follow up to Attack of the Clones. I was like, this is what happens right after, and here's where things kind of thread into the show. And there wasn't like a direct.
That's actually, that book also fills a plot hole, because it explains the difference between the regular Nemoidians and the Nemoidians of the Trade Federation.
Right. Yeah. That's a great thing to bring up. Yeah. So Mike, shout out to Mike Chen, because he's the author of that book. But great book. We both enjoyed that one.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Out of the newer ones, I feel like that one's definitely one of the more must reads, I guess, on my list.
It's not as good as Across the Stars, but...
Lost Stars?
Lost Stars.
You always get that name wrong.
Time, man.
Across the Stars?
That's the song. That's love song I'm thinking of. I mean, to be fair, that song is fitting to the book. So
Space and Stars? Twilight Stars? So yeah. I think it's certainly nice to see when there's space to put a story to make things make sense because there's a time jump. You know what I mean? Like having time jumps is almost a saving grace after the story comes out because it allows other storytellers to go back and retroactively make things make sense. You know,
and it gives you more flexibility too for a starting point.
It does, yeah. And it's like that way if you have a follow-up story to another story and you leave some time between those stories, like and you just kind of decide to make creative changes in certain areas, it's like at least there is some kind of buffer, right? And some
maybe your character suddenly is wearing all black.
Yeah.
He knows how to choke people.
Yeah, and
100%.
And it's like when Kylo Ren's scar like changes position, you know, between
right.
him
They
getting
can explain that in the
like,
book.
Like day one on like, you know, Force Awakens, right? And then like day two in The Last Jedi,
like
and it's like
spot.
Completely different side of his face. Like no time jump at all to make it shift. I want to see
an explanation for that plot hole.
Oh man, like yeah, like that's what I mean. Like there's just some things like
he's a clone.
He's a Snoke. Getting a call here and got Darian popping in. Hello there.
It's a Kuigar.
There he is.
Chut, my brother.
Chut. So, yeah, we were just to catch you up to get you caught up to where we're at here.
Talking about the new Rey book that's coming out in a year, apparently.
Yeah, New York Comic-Con, new Star Wars books coming out. New book called Legacy featuring Rey being apprenticed to her Jedi Master, which is Leia. And them going off and fixing her lightsaber, and they go to Typhon and all that stuff. And so, you know, we're just kind of going down the rabbit hole as to why time jumps between movies are a good thing. And do you have any 2 cents on that?
I haven't looked into it too much. Who's the author? Have they done other Star Wars books?
Madeline Rowe, and she was part of the 40 author group that worked on the 40-year anniversary of A New Hope. It was called From a Certain Point of View.
Okay, I haven't read that one, so I have no opinion of them as an author, but not a huge fan of the Rey character. I love what Daisy did with what she was given on the page. So I'm curious to see how Rey will be without Daisy's input.
Yeah,
it's a good question.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's definitely there's been a few books where Rey has been written by an author, and you know, very few. Like,
yeah, the only one I can think of is the novelization of Force Awakens.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So there was the novelizations of the 3 sequel films.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called Before the Awakening, which that one has like three separate chunks to the book. Each chunk is about one of the 3 main characters. So one of them was about Rey, one of them was about Poe, and one of them was about Finn. And there was all like what happens like right before Episode 7 type thing, or like in the months before. And then there was a book called there was that audio exclusive book that we were talking about last week, the Jaws of Jakku or something like that, the Audible exclusive.
The short.
Yeah. There was also a Resistance book that takes place between episode 8 and 9. And that one, it was mostly about Poe and like the rest of the Resistance, but
there hasn't been a lot, actually. It's very interesting. Because I feel like when those movies were coming out, they didn't want to write too many books because they were reported with continuity.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of novels that came out around the original trilogy era.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think they were just afraid to like touch the character. But I mean, if you go to her like her fandom page on Wikipedia, like it's kind of surreal, like how few appearances she has, like, you know, for a main character, right? Like, and I'm not counting comic books here because, you know, that makes the list look kind of huge. But yeah, as far as novels goes, not very many.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm actually curious to see her more fleshed out. Yeah, what the character would look like. Because what you're getting at is we really only have the movies.
Yeah. Resistance Reborn, that's the one I'm thinking of. There was also an audiobook called Spark of Resistance. That was one of those junior novels, I think, that came out before.
I thought that was the first episode of Rebels.
Before episode 9. Spark of Resistance was a Rey story before episode 9 came out. That one, I think I did read that one, actually. That one was not too too bad. It was pretty
Oh,
good.
Spark of Rebellion.
Well, there's the Spark. That was a Star Wars Rebels
It's basically a
episode.
recycled name.
Spark of Resistance, Spark of Rebellion, Resistance Reborn. Yeah,
Rise of Rebellion.
They gotta have a whole
Rise of the
department
Resistance.
coming up with all these names. There was also the Allegiance comic book series, but like I said, ditching comic books from
I
the
think that's
equation
what
here.
George Lucas meant when he said, time doesn't repeat itself, but it kind of rhymes.
It's like poetry. It rhymes. But to get back to the thing here, I think this is the first Del Rey novel that she is like on the cover.
Yeah.
Like from the
I don't remember anything else.
from the Random House
has been
world,
10
like
years, though.
yeah, like the main Star Wars adult novel series that they've done. Like as far as sequel era books goes, like it's very, very few. Like we're talking less than 5, and this is definitely going to be a first.
Man, there's like significantly more books before Phantom Menace now with High Republic than anything to do with Rey.
Oh yeah,
It's interesting to think about.
there was another book.
You guys?
Oh, go ahead, Darian.
Are you guys going to give it a chance?
Yeah, I'd read it.
Oh yeah, for sure. If anything, like I think it's also kind of like seeing Leia as a Jedi Master. I think is
be interesting.
the most intriguing part of that book. And like I've never had an issue with Rey as a character ever, right? Like I think my main issue has been how that character was handled, like in terms of like what kind of her being related as a Palpatine. Like I was not so keen on that. How she just instantly comes into power, without any kind of training. I was not a fan
It's
of
like
that.
more like execution.
It's more the execution of the character. I think Daisy Ridley's awesome. I think she was great. I think like I always liked the character, but like at
Certainly
its
couldn't
core,
picture
but
anyone else as that character.
I honestly couldn't either. Like it's like, man, like she did such a great job and she's a fantastic actor, and so I guess at the very, like what I'm trying to say is like I think somebody else writing this character, and probably from a fan perspective, because this author has mentioned in her interview that she's a big fan of the video games. She's a big fan of Force Unleashed, big fan of like the Old Republic, stuff like that. So maybe she's going to approach this from a different angle, right? Like, obviously, she is not J.J. Abrams, or Rian Johnson. So maybe like her take on how this character is written is going to be very different, right?
So at least hopefully that means we're not going to get a MacGuffin for the entire plot, and we're not going to get everything subverted. Because those are the two things those two directors brought.
Oh man! But the last time I read an all Leia story was the book called Bloodlines. Bloodline. Sorry.
Is that the one where they find out she's Vader's daughter?
Yeah. So that's one of the Random House World adult novels as well, and takes place in that same, I guess, era, shall we call it? But that is, I think, the only other one that has featured Leia from the Random House World series. I know Leia has a lot of other books that she's featured in, but that's, I think, in this particular time period from this particular publisher, the only other book that Leia is a prominent main character. Did you read that one, Darian?
I started to, and it just kind of got put aside for a while. I keep meaning to go back to it, so I've heard it's really, really good, though.
It was pretty good. I think my main issue with it at the time was this book came out before Force Awakens came out, and they were trying to do a lot of hype for The Force Awakens, but they also didn't want to go as far as revealing anything at all to do with the plot. And it was supposed to be a book that was sort of explanatory as far as like preliminary story that you might need to know going into the movie, and it ended up just not being relevant at all. Like, at least from my own perspective, it just felt like that book was like a huge missed opportunity to bridge the gap, for maybe a casual fan that might see a very highly marketed Star Wars book like this. We're talking Random House World.
You wanted
books.
something like Catalyst to rope.
Yeah, 100%. And like, when you see the Random House World books, it's a different level of readership than a lot of the Disney junior novel books that you might see in the kids section, right, or the teen section. Like these adult Random House World books are big publisher sci-fi books, big space fantasy books. So when you walk into a bookstore, like these are the kind of books that you see by the door. Like this is a new Star Wars book that just came out. This is an event, like this kind of book is an event. So that's why when you look at the Random House World lineup, it's not very big. Like it's like we're talking less than 30 books. So the old EU, of course, there's grew to be a lot, but as far as like the canon goes, the Disney era in the last 10 years, it's not like there's an extravagant amount or anything like that.
It's still 3 books a year.
Yeah, maybe roughly about that. It's not crazy though. Like it's not like
I'm not that fast of a reader.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not crazy.
I'm just excited that they're out of the Old Republic era. It just didn't catch me. Yes, sorry, exactly. It just didn't get that era, and I'm not trying to crap on it. It just I like the Sith. That's one of the things that really grabs me about Star Wars. Give me stories about the Mandalorian War. I don't think we've had that fleshed out very well.
Yeah.
Give me more on KOTOR.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's a great point to make because I guess before things changed hands a little bit with the Disney buyout, that was a big focal point, I guess, was the MMO RPG, making this multimedia project, having other stories take place in a lot of these books around the video game. So there was a few that came out that were all very Old Republic based stories. So I think Francis said that he wasn't a huge fan of those ones.
They're probably pretty random.
I'm just thinking back to our Star Wars books episode that we did with him, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I think the issue they run into is because they have so much free reign, they get kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
Though everyone seems to like the Bane ones.
Yeah, those ones he said he liked. Yeah. So there was more books that they actually announced. Just before we lose too much time here. So the next one up on the list was called Star Wars Eyes Like Stars. New York Times bestselling author Ashley Poston is writing a first official Star Wars romance novel, Eyes Like Stars. This brings me back to what you were just talking about, Lost Stars, that book. Across the Stars. Lost Stars was a junior novel that was also a romance back in the day. I think that came out like 2015 or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty early on.
It was one of the first wave of Star Wars books in the canon, right? And
Claudia Gray, wasn't it?
That was Claudia Gray, yeah.
Yeah, that was like her first Star Wars book, I think.
It was, I think, yeah.
I put her on the map, and then she got, chosen.
Chosen,
one of the main authors, yeah.
That's right. So yeah, New York Comic Con got the first look at the dreamlike cover for the young adult novel, which features a couple in search of their happily ever after in a galaxy far, far away. The charming young adult romance is set about a year and a half before The Force Awakens and features all new characters, a mysterious artifact, and the fearsome First Order. So this really sounds like they just wanted to kind of piggyback on the success of Lost Stars. And
it's been 10 years. There's an entire new audience of like teenagers.
Yeah.
And preteens.
100%. That's great point to make. So, I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to read this and see if it's just as good, if not, hitting that Lost Stars, 10.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a junior novel every now and again. Like they're actually
an easy read.
It is an easy read.
Sometimes the full adult ones they
can get a bit choking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bit slow.
Slow. A lot of politics and like
setting the scene, the environment.
Sometimes they're tough.
Sometimes they go down the rabbit hole with like characters thinking too much, and it's like, come on.
Battlefront. Oh man.
Military
You
garble.
really don't like that book.
It was such a grind, man.
It was a grind. Another one is The Art Of. If anyone likes those Art Of books, I think you collect those books, don't you?
I have some of them, yeah.
Yeah, so they're making of The Art Of the Mandalorian and Grogu. They're like way announcing this in way ahead of time, of course.
It's not even done yet.
The movie's not even out. Yeah.
I guess it's just. Oh man. Maybe they're over budget, and this is them trying to get some
fund the movie.
Money back.
They're funding the last 10% of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So The Art of the Mandalorian and Grogu includes a look back at artwork from season 3 of The Mandalorian, as well as moments from the Book of Boba Fett. I assume that means that the Book of Boba Fett never got an Art Of book, and I guess season 3 didn't either. So that's interesting to know, I guess.
Nothing to do with the movie. It's the same title.
No, this is the movie, but it's also bundling in season 3 and Book of Boba, which I guess never got one of those books.
Is it being released before the movie hits theaters?
It doesn't actually have. Oh no, it does. September 1st, 2026. So this is way after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they might end up with death of Qui-Gon situation.
Yeah, I do find it kind of crazy that we're getting an announcement for a book like a solid year in advance.
Maybe
like,
it's just so slow. They're like, we have to do something.
I think that is the
we
case.
just have to put something out there, let people know.
I honestly think that is the case because it's New York Comic Con. They've got eyes from every media outlet on.
Right, like what do we got? What do we got?
Yeah, like what can we do to get people excited about Star Wars, right? Like, and that's the key, I guess, with the marketing department is like, what can we do to keep this out there and keep this relevant? That's what I think we were talking about that when it came to that Singapore airport library, that pop-up Star Wars library.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And more to the point, what can we do that isn't going to be definitely canceled?
Definitely canceled.
A lot of stuff gets pulled.
Yeah.
It's not really canceled, just kind of stop talking about
it. Definitely canceled is certainly one way to put it. I think it's a sad reality, whenever that comes around. But I think as Star Wars fans, we're all kind of used to it at this point. In some sad
I'm still
way.
holding out hope for like the Rogue Squadron movie or show or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I still think that'd be cool.
Didn't they say that they were putting that back into pre-production?
Rogue Squadron? No. They're doing
Starfighter?
They're doing a whole new movie called Starfighter in a different time period, different cast. But Rogue Squadron with Patty Jenkins, it's been
they had
shelved.
A trailer for that and everything.
Yeah, well, it was like a promo
video.
But yeah. They had it was more than other things got. And yeah, they're still solidly shelved, I think, which is too bad.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had heard a little while ago that they were talking about it again, seriously. And I got excited because it's like, yeah, that's the one I really want.
I think a lot of us want that one.
Yeah. I think a lot of us would want that one, but
I feel like there's because of the Starfighter thing now, they're gonna have to wait a while so they're not too similar back to back.
Right. Yeah.
But I hope it happens.
Yeah, I still hope it happens. Yeah.
Like a cool fighter pilot Top Gun style X-Wing show or movie.
Exactly. The Star Wars Visions license has been fairly successful over the years, and it does not surprise me that they're releasing a graphic novel or some kind of literary story here called Sukomo. So the panel revealed that Viz Media's new original Star Wars manga, Star Wars Visions Sukomo, from the all-star creators of the latest Ultraman manga. In the wake of Order 66, a lone Jedi Knight accompanies a pair of droids to a rumored droid's paradise while being pursued by the Empire. So Star Wars Visions, obviously it's not canon or anything like that, but I think if anyone likes Star Wars Visions, like this seems to be a kind of out there storyline, free of any ties to the existing canon, and it's just a thing. It's just a story that just kind of happens all on its own.
Nice and simple. Sometimes low stakes like that's good.
Yeah.
You don't need a Death Star story in every story.
Yeah. Who needs a universe where Luke Skywalker exists?
I feel like that'd be like almost like a Marvel's What If style, and like everything will just be like terrible.
Right. We got a few updates on the comic books here. So Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, we're getting a few miniseries from Dark Horse Comics, which I think this is a whole new series that maybe they didn't announce before, but Lucasfilm revealed the covers of the first 2 issues of a series called Pathfinders, and this looks like it's taking place about 20 years after Phase 2. So this is like
High Republic still.
This is High Republic, but this is like pre-Light of the Jedi, if that kind of makes sense. Because Phase 2 was like a flashback phase, like because they went back because they did Phase 1, 2, 3, like how the movies trilogies came out. Terrible idea.
Extra confusing in literary form.
It's too extra. Yeah. So anyway, that was that. And also Boba Fett is getting a black, white, and red treatment from Marvel Comics, which is very in line with the Darth Vader and the Maul comic book limited runs. So he's getting his own black, white, and red. And they literally use only black, white, and red to shade the coloring on the pages and stuff like that. That's kind of neat. Also, The Mandalorian is getting a visual guide, which for fans of the visual guides, Pablo Hidalgo always has his stamp on those, and I always loved those loved those visual guides when I was a kid, you know, like just like getting all those little bits of lore in there and all the photos. And they had a lot of cool photos from like things that you didn't see in the movie. Like maybe they were like
a lot of these recently, or was there a time jump and they're kind of just getting back to it?
I think they're just kind of, with the movie coming out, I think they're just kind of like getting back to like doing that stuff that maybe they just didn't do when the show was a thing.
Right.
Because not every show gets the visual dictionary treatment. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
especially when there's so much going on back to back for so long.
Oh yeah.
Like every year was something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that's certainly something. There's also a new Jar Jar Binks comic book series coming out, which I'm stoked
excited
for.
about this.
Yeah, and Keller and Beck is supposed to be in the comic book series. So it's Ahmed Best's two characters pairing up.
That's awesome.
In one comic book, and they're both going to be on the cover together.
We got to get him to sign that.
I'm going to buy a copy. Yeah, you got to get the first prints.
Oh, man, that has to be signed by him. He plays both characters.
Oh, 100%. I'm stoked for that. I'm going to bypass all the coloring book stuff. We got an art of...
What?
There's going to be an Art of Andor, the complete series coming out. So any fans of Andor are going to be excited to know that the Art of series is going to get extend its way to the Andor crowd. That looks like it comes out May 19th next year. Also, Doug Chiang, I think this is announced already, but the Cinematic Legacy of Doug Chiang Volume 1 and the Star Wars Legacy Volume 2 is coming out as well, December 2nd, 2025. So it's a 2-volume set, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's kind of like, it's going to be a big, massive box. But if anyone is familiar with like the Ralph McQuarrie box set, I think it was like 2 or 3 volumes of his work across the original Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Is it an enclosed book, or is it like...
It's like a few books in a box.
Okay.
And it's like a big honking box, right? Like big books. And Doug Chiang, kind of like that size. Yeah, kind of like the Star Wars Archives size, except a little smaller. But yeah, Doug Chiang is getting his own treatment for the prequels and stuff. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that.
About time.
Oh yeah. Man, the guy's a legend. Yeah. And finally, the Acolyte is getting an Art of book as well, which joins the growing collection, of Art of books. And there's some pretty cool concepts in there about the Stranger and things like that. So pretty neat. Yeah. Let me think here. We were just talking about canceled Star Wars projects, and also coincidentally, we were talking about Eclipse, that game.
Yeah. Is there news about that?
There is.
No way.
Official news.
So we just talked about that a complete rant. I think Bryce just brought it up.
Yeah. And so we talked about it like, gosh. I think 2
it's the
or
will of the Force.
It is. Yeah, it totally is. Like, I think we talked about this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and how there was no official confirmation that it was dead. Right?
No, it was like so long.
So this is
they didn't just say it's dead, did they?
This is a blog from October 16th. That is today, as of this recording. So by the time our podcast, launches, it'll be like 3-4 days past now. But this is like a fresh blog from Quantic Dream, from the developer of the game.
Oh wow.
Okay. So I'll just read.
Do we have a breaking news sound clip?
You know what? I think we do. Hold on a second.
James Earl Jones saying this is CNN.
Let's play this one.
Play the one we recorded.
You can call me Lord Moore. At last we will reveal more news on the podcast.
All right, there we go.
That works.
Good call, Darian. Good call. All right, so for over 28 years, Quantic Dream has been pushing the boundaries of interactive storytelling with award-winning titles like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. More than 25 million players worldwide have shared the journeys of Ethan Mars, Jodie Holmes, Kara, Marcus, Connor with us. Since 2018, we have entered a new phase of growth and innovation. We doubled the size of the team, bringing together talents from all over the world, united by the same passion for creativity. We opened a new studio in Montreal, moved into new headquarters in Paris, built the next generation of our proprietary technology, and became our own publisher. After years as a single project studio, we also decided to take a new step. Multiple teams are fully dedicated to crafting the next generation of great games, including something very different, a competitive innovative multiplayer experience born from the same spirit of curiosity and creativity that has always defined us. This new title may surprise our fans as it is very different from what we have done so far, but taking risks, challenging ourselves, exploring new ways of playing and telling stories and attempting what seems impossible has always been part of our DNA. We also know how demanding it is to create something new, earning the trust of our players, standing out in such competitive space and introducing fresh concepts is incredibly challenging. And since we have no legacy in this genre, we know we have everything to prove, which is why your support and feedback will be essential. Together we believe we can create something truly unique. Of course, development of Star Wars Eclipse continues. We are eager to share more with you in the future. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our fans around the world for playing our games year after year, for their kind words whenever we meet, for their patience and encouragement. This is the beginning of a new chapter for Quantic Dream. Thank you for being with us on this journey. We can't wait to share what comes next. David Cage. So I'm assuming David Cage is like the CEO or something, but like that's very encouraging news.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of flabbergasted because I thought it was just another let's just stop talking about it and hopefully they'll forget situation.
Maybe we did it. Maybe we put out a podcast.
Maybe he listened to our podcast.
Maybe. Dude, how crazy would that be? No, there's no way.
Yeah, this is in French, do you?
What a crazy coincidence, though. Like we were just talking about it, like 2 weeks ago or something.
Force, man.
Crazy, right? Like, oh man, yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah,
the way of the Force.
Yeah,
I do wonder. When he's referring to the multiplayer thing, was that for the Star Wars game? There's two different things.
I don't know. If I was to guess, it's probably two different things.
That's my thoughts too. I hope it is. I'm not sure. I think this specifically being because they're telling a story about the rise of the Trade Federation. I want that to be a story.
Yeah, I want it to be a cinematic story. That's very 100%. I mean, like the other encouraging thing about this though is that because they are exploring things like that, it does give hope that maybe things will shift for Star Wars Eclipse a little bit, and maybe there's going to be some added opportunity to create a multiplayer experience that's extending the playability of the game, right? Like how like how Battlefront 2 has its campaign that's very segregated and it's on its own, and you play as Iden Versio in this elite squad and so on and so forth. But then you have the multiplayer experience, which is very like, oh, we can play in the original trilogy, we can play in Clone Wars era, and it's just big battles, and it's just the classic chaotic battle environment that you would expect from a Battlefront game.
They mostly make games that are story based and you just hit the button on the screen, right?
Like a Telltale game.
Yeah, isn't that what they do? Like that's like their bread
I think
butter.
it's a little more than that, but I've never played Become Human, so I don't know. Like or Detroit, like I don't know. I'm kind of keen to try one of those games just to kind of get
the play style. See what's going on.
just to kind of get the idea of the play style. But I feel like the Star Wars game could be different. Like it could be its own unique thing that they haven't really done before. And it seems like from this piece of news here, it seems like they'll have a dedicated team working on that game, which is kind of insane to think that they weren't doing that before. Maybe that's why it was taking so long.
Right.
But I have, it's great to hear that they're doing well. They've expanded, they're working on they have a dedicated team now, probably 2 Star Wars Eclipse. And, this is all really good news.
Man, that's exciting because that trailer was super cool.
Oh man. Yeah.
And I want to learn about those little drummer boys.
Yeah.
Rum pum pum pum.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Only money.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
So we all love toys, and New York Comic Con 2025 is no stranger to new toy announcements. So as you know, Hasbro Black Series 6-inch figures, they tend to be the cream of the crop, I guess.
True.
When it comes to action figures.
Man, it's 10 years of those though.
Yeah.
Well, who's left to make? Are they just re-releasing?
No, actually. So there's finally some new ones. So we got it's kind of a re-release. It's
Only money.
It's Darth Vader, the Duel's End version. So this is the sliced helmet version from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Okay.
All right. So there he is right there. You can see Anakin's crusty face.
Than the broken helmeted Star Wars Rebels Darth Vader?
Yes, although they haven't released that version of it, but it would be really funny if they did.
It would be funny. The detail's pretty cool, though.
It's so cool, like that. Seeing that face inside there.
How lucky is he that it didn't go right through his head?
Oh man, it's a very precise cut, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that was a close call.
Yeah, pretty cool though. Pretty cool.
Can they call it battle damage because they just, they broke on the production line?
I feel like they should call it battle. Yeah. Who knows? But maybe they're saving battle damage to. For the Ahsoka version.
Oh,
for
yeah, that makes sense.
The Ahsoka version, it means the Star Wars Rebels Season 2 finale version as well.
Where they basically shot it scene for scene.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Okay, so the next one up is from the Vintage Collection, which is a Padme Amidala. This is actually not a 6-inch. This is a 3 3/4 inch, so maybe we don't care as much. The next one is a Black Series Kyle Katarn. So, any fans of Kyle Katarn, there's going to be, a big guy for that one. I think it's a 6-inch. Also, Book of Boba Fett version of Boba Fett, finally.
Man, how long ago did that show come out?
Oh, man, too long ago. Way too long ago.
Jabberwood with fear. You also did not listen to Star Wars Escape Pod. If you know what's good for you, tune in, subscribe, share this show with a partner in crime, and leave a good review.
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime. There's also Purge Trooper and Patrol Trooper in a 2-pack. These are also 6-inch figures. So anyone who's a big fan of Jedi Survivor will recognize these guys from the Jedi Survivor video game.
Patrol Trooper from Solo.
The Patrol Trooper almost looks like.
I think he's from Solo.
Oh, this guy? Yeah. It almost
sure
looks
that's where
like.
he's originally from.
It looks like the ones on the speeder bikes, right?
Yeah. From
Yeah.
the beginning on
Corellia?
Corellia.
I think it is one of those guys, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just Google that real quick, just so that we're not pulling that.
Looks like him. Yeah.
It is
That's
him. Yeah.
Straight out.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Because there's like one
Patrol Troopers
scene where they're chasing him.
People always forget about the Patrol Troopers, but I guess they are kind
there's
of
like a cameo, like that's it.
And it's not
they
just
vanish,
it's
and
not
you never
just
see him again.
Yeah, and you know what? It was crazy. It's not just a paint job. Like it's
like a full custom helmet.
Yeah. It's like, like the Shore Trooper or the Tank Trooper or whatever. Like it's one of those variants that people always forget about, but it's one of the newer ones. And it's got those cool like tubes on the side and like a different respirator.
And they have like increased armor.
It's almost like a mix.
Motorcycle armor.
Yeah, it's almost like a mix between like a Scout Trooper and a Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain it.
And this guy holds like an electric baton
gloves
with a riot shield sort of thing. So
look at that two-tone leather in those gloves.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Nice.
Oh man, leave it to Star Wars Jedi Survivor to like highlight like the most underrated Stormtrooper character ever, right?
Probably somebody who worked on it was like, we got to use this.
Yeah.
This guy was so cool.
Yeah, probably. Shaq T, one of the Jedi Masters of the Order.
Does it say which version, how she dies?
No, but it does say that she is part of the Vintage Collection. So sadly, this is not 6-inch, but 3 3/4 inch collectors out there will be very happy to hear that she's coming to your shelf
with fabric robes.
Yeah,
I think is that standard now.
I think fabric has been standard ever since like the Power of the Force lineup. I think like a long time ago.
Made a Jawa with a fabric robe.
Did you know there's more than one prune face?
You're not talking about yam face, right?
I'm not talking about yam face. I'm talking about prune, like the one and only prune face. But man, I think yam face actually has a name because I coined yam face.
Oh, right. So nobody knows what we're talking about.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering.
I thought that was like a standard name because we use it just so.
I just picture like Darian Googling yam face and what kind of results you coming up with there, Darian?
See if we could find it just for our audience. But he's an alien from the sequels whose head looks like yams, like the vegetable.
What was it again?
He's in the Battlefront game, right?
Yeah, he's in Battlefront 2. He's the heavy trooper that you can play as. He's the Ovisian gunner.
Yeah, for the Resistance.
Yeah, if you type up Ovisian, like Ovissian, that's what he looks like right there. So I started calling him Yam Face because there's already a Prune Face, and people know who Prune Face is, from Return of the Jedi. But And
also Squid Head.
I think prune face is trademarked, by the way, which is hilarious because like when I was looking at the action figure card back, it actually has the little trade TM next.
That's
to
what I thought the Yam Face was too.
No, it's not, but they should. They gotta coin that, man. Like Yam Face is like, that's a great name for this guy because it looks like he's got these like he's yellowish. He's got like yam textured skin, and he's got these like yams on his head.
I think they also had a yak face, didn't they?
Oh, I think so too.
Oh man, yak face.
I recognize that one.
We were also talking about butt face like not that long ago, right? Like, but that was your name for him.
I think that's what kids basically called him before he had an official name. Like when the original Star Wars was in theaters.
Oh yeah, right. Was that?
I think they even made a joke about that in Robot Chicken, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, butt face. Was that the one that's
It's
the guy in the cantina, right?
Yeah.
Dr.
Gets his arm cut off.
Dr. Evison and Ponda Baba. That's the one.
That's
I'm thinking
the one.
Of. Yeah. Butt face.
I wanted you to say it because I was going to say Babar. I'm like, I think that's wrong.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Yak face. Who's Yak face again? Yak face
wasn't he from Rogue One?
Yes, he was. Yeah, or something. No. He was Return of the Jedi.
I'm thinking of the Yeti-looking creature from Rogue One.
I think it's a similar situation though, where he's not officially Yak face. His name is like Salt Murray or something like that.
Salty Murray.
Salty. He's salty that he didn't get coined as a yak face. But yeah, I see what you mean there.
Meanwhile, dude in the toy warehouse is just like, I don't know how to spell that. Just call him yak face.
yeah, exactly.
I think what's crazy to me about Prune Face is like it's such an absurd name to put on a licensed action figure. You know, like I love how it's like in brackets, like below his like already.
Where did it first come from? Was it a fan thing that just reached its way all the way to George?
Oh man,
was it like something that was at ILM or something?
I honestly wish I knew the story when it comes to like why he was called Prune Face. I mean, obviously it's like he's got the most pruny looking face ever, right? Like he looks like an alien version of like Palpatine from Episode 3 post Lightning,
right?
Know? But with an eye patch.
That's the other butt face. Or a butt head, I guess.
The other, yeah. Oh man, but yeah, there's a little Robot Chicken short here, which let's just can take a listen here. Listen to this.
And the time is. I'm sorry, who the hell are you?
Prune face, ma'am.
Anyway, the Emperor has made.
When the face is a prune, then action goes boom. Action! It's Sunday! Slaying loads of sweet air. Prune face, prune face, prune face.
Well, then, glad to have you aboard, Prune Face. You'll be a great asset to this.
Actually, I lied. I'm just here to fix the copier machine.
The Emperor has...
It's your toner, probably. Prune Face! Prune Face!
It's so random, but man. So like, if you're listening, like basically what it is a montage of him, like, you know, just being a complete rock star and like, you know, like a full 007 agent style character, you know, and is really just like your average background guy who's there to, you know, I guess sweep the floors and fix the copier machine or whatever, right? Like, I don't know. I
appreciate that it's like the laziest metal ever as well. Like we could have done this well, but let's just really make it lazy.
Yeah. Oh, I got a question for you, Darian. Have you ever owned a Rick Oley action figure?
I can honestly say I have not, but I have debated going to Toy Traders just to see if I could find it so I could put it in the commercial for the upcoming game.
Nice. I feel like did you like hear our chat from last week about the Rick Oley?
Yeah, I was actually listening to that this morning. So
I was
really tempted.
I mean, like, what's your take on that when it comes to like doing
the expanded character run?
Yeah, like expanded character run. I mean, obviously, like they're targeting adults when they do a character like that, but I mean, like, just, you know, what's your word on it, I guess?
I hated that as a kid because I was from a small town and all you'd get were the shelf warmer characters. It's like, good luck finding a stormtrooper, but you can find 6 of Owen Lars.
Yeah, yeah. Right? Like, yeah, it's a classic story, but
Or like the Christmas morning, and then the grandparents, whoever, that have no idea what they are, just bought you whatever was at the store.
yeah,
So you open
man.
it up, yeah.
The most recent movies have also run into that as well with certain characters, but man, like the shelf warmers it's always kind of funny to see because I feel like no other movie does it better than Star Wars. You know, there's always so many of the character that the kid doesn't want.
Yeah, and they stay on the shelf for a very long time.
They do. It's crazy. But yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny all the same.
See, it would be better if they only had like one of those in every crate so that you don't have 12 on the shelf at the end of when everybody's bought everything good. Then at least it's like, hey, I need to find that one action figure I don't have, rather than, well, I can buy this for $1 in a month because nobody else is going to buy it.
They'll make them way more sought after because then collectors will be clamoring for them.
Yeah.
But probably
Exactly.
what happens is Hasbro probably has you buy it, buy the crate, and you get what you get. And it's gonna be mostly them because they just want to pump them out,
Right.
justify the production.
There might also be like some sets because now they're doing crazy stuff like those crowd-funded projects, like like,
Oh yeah,
like the Razor Crest
Sail
or
Barge was the first one, right?
yeah, I think the Sail Barge was like one of the first. They also did most recently was the Ghost. I think it was the Ghost that was the most recent one. And
The Laddie was the one. That
oh
they just
yeah,
finished.
the Laddie was the most recent one. But yeah, they've done a few now,
Mm-hmm.
and and these are crazy big. Like they're huge
they're
and
massive.
like they're very detailed and super cool. And it only takes one ship, like say like the Nubian class, the Royal Episode 1 metallic big long ship,
Mm-hmm.
right? It only takes that to come out with no Riccoli. For them to
Right,
just
for now suddenly.
skyrocket, right?
Yeah,
Because
man, for sure.
now everyone's going to want to complete the set,
100%.
right? So now they're looking at 99 produced action figures for Riccoli, going like, where the heck do I find a Riccoli?
That being said, did Black Series ever release a Riccoli?
No,
They never did.
no. Riccoli's only been made like once, like in the Phantom
Probably
Menace
would,
lineup.
though. If they made that ship, they probably remake him.
I don't know, man. Like I think I can imagine them making like maybe Captain Typho, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, like
They had good Jar Jar.
like peasant Padme type thing, and maybe like 2 of her guards, and maybe her variant, which is like Keira Knightley, the queen, or her queen version or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
And Jar Jar and R2, right? Like I don't really see
Maybe
them.
handmaidens.
Yeah, maybe some. I don't know if they would do Riccoli. He's such a forgettable character sometimes.
If we're lucky, they would also do. I'm blanking on his name now.
It's funny. I
Will
typed
Roll the
in-
Hood.
Yeah, Will Roll the Hood. Oh yeah. No, he's definitely the Riccoli of the original trilogy for sure.
Which is he?
He's the ice cream bucket guy.
Oh yeah. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, if I type in, here's the sad thing about Riccoli. I type in Riccoli action figure, and I get stuff from Rick and Morty. I get Pickle Rick. like it's like Google doesn't even know who Riccoli is.
Type Star Wars with it.
I'm spelling that right? I'm totally spelling that right. Oh no, I'm not spelling that right. I'm missing the E. Okay, Riccoli action figure.
Any relation to Roly Poly Oli?
No. Oh no, I thought that was. Oh, there is a reproduction. There is.
Is it a Black Series? Was I right?
No, it's a it's when they did the Darth Maul labels on everything. It was like, when was that? It was like what, 2013, 2012?
Okay, so it was
So they did one.
about a decade after the original run.
Yeah. He also came bundled with a B1 battle droid.
That's
back
so
in
random.
99. But yeah, his main action figure from 99 had
Is there
that
even
little.
a scene where he's with battle droids? I guess before
there-
they go on the ship, right?
Yeah, maybe.
They break the.
Certainly possible. His main
They break
action
on the
figure
ship.
comes with the Comtech chip. I had a Comtech.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
You bought an action figure, you got a little like voice chip, like, and you rub it up against your
You had
Comtech,
to buy
and
the
it would.
Comlink thing. Yeah.
It had like 3 quotes on it. Maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe
remember.
4.
My buddy had one of those.
Man, it was so crappy.
It was funny because it was a toy that was made to look like a electric shaver.
Yeah.
Because that's what those were.
And then like the toy version of it was just so oversized.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was like a massive, like it was like a phone, dude. Like
it's because they had to put that massive chip in it just to get those 3 recordings.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm not seeing any other Rick-Olies. Like I think that's it's only been made twice. Oh, you know what? Okay, maybe. I don't know if that's legit or not.
The problem is now they make the labels so retro you can never tell.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. I think it's just twice. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with twice. If anyone wants to correct me and knows what the other one is, definitely send us an email with a photo. But I think it's just been the 2 times. I'm surprised it's even been twice though, man. Like
I feel like there gets to a point where they start just like reaching.
Yeah.
So they start the whole run over again.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think we'll ever get that guy in Mandalorian season 2 where you can just see his hand and his pants out the
oh man
Imperial base?
Somebody like posted a photo.
Like the jeans guy?
Yeah, jeans guy. Jeans guy from Mando.
Didn't they remove that from Disney Plus?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. but like that doesn't change our hearts, you know.
Right.
You know, like
but it might change the production line.
Someone made a joke version of that. Like, and
right.
look, there's like a whole like templated, this is what the action figure would look like if they made one. And it's got the retro label on it. It's just a leg and like a piece of wall.
Yeah. It's so awesome.
It's awesome, dude. If you type in Jeans Guy Mandalorian, like in Google Images, like it's one of the top photos is the action figure. Like it was like it's a fake, but it's like,
funny.
Man, if they made one, like that's what it would be. Like that's amazing.
They should do a limited run of those. That'd be
they
fun.
really should. It's like I feel like they should gotta like lean into this kind of stuff a little more. You know, like I don't think they realize.
There's a Luke's hand. Luke's Bespin hand, Return of the Jedi, and it's just his hand with the lightsaber.
I had that Bespin I mean it came with all of Luke, but like it was a Bespin Luke and his hand was like magnetically detachable.
Right. I remember that. And everyone would lose the hand immediately.
Well, because as soon as you put the lightsaber in his hand, it was like the magnet was barely strong enough to like hold it on there if you were playing with it, so it would frequently drop off.
It's like a real prosthetic.
Yeah. So like I always like I was always kind of annoyed at that little action figure because like I was like, man, I was always like digging through my carpet to find the hand, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They get lost so easily.
Yeah, and it's in
you had shag carpet back in the day, right?
No, thankfully not. But man,
searching through the forest to find Luke's hand.
Tell me about it.
I'm surprised you guys even know what shag carpet is.
Oh man, that's not in style anymore. That's like way out of style. I feel like. Yeah,
I barely remember that.
I think we all had family members that probably had shag carpet. I think.
Yeah,
it used to be a thing. But same with green carpet. Nobody has green carpet.
Oh, that was the worst.
Pink, the bright pink carpet.
Oh man, pink carpets.
2000s.
Yeah.
Welcome to Old Cast, where we reminisce about things from the 70s.
Yeah, we're talking about things that nobody will believe existed.
Well, like Darian, like you had all this stuff. You experienced these things when they were like brand new. Whereas like we had it when it was like.
I was born in the mid 80s.
Okay, well, like we experienced it when it was like on its way out. Like people were like getting their houses renovated to get rid of the stuff.
But you know what'll never die? Linoleum.
Vinyl.
Despite our best efforts to make it go away.
Yeah.
It's just too resilient.
It's too cheap.
That's why I bought it.
People gotta stop.
There's resilience.
Oh man. All right, well, we should probably start to wrap things up here. But Darian, I kicked things off with a mention to our 400th episode coming up. But is there anything you want to share this week, or do you want to hold off until next week to kind of start providing any details of how we should prep?
Well, I can certainly give you guys some, but we would like the audience to participate if possible. So the idea of the 400th episode game is we're going to do a Star Wars fantasy draft. There's going to be positions that each member will have to fill, and you're going to have to specifically give certain characters roles. It's going to be 6-man teams where you will also have to choose a shuttle ship that could take the members of your squad to the objective. So you'll have to have 1 Force user and 1 alien and 1 droid. And then you'll have to decide who's your mastermind and who's your pilot.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Do we have to find our own characters? Like we bring that ourselves?
Yes. So we'll go through each person that's participating, and we'll roll the dice to see who gets to go first. Each person will have a chance to draft one member of their squad, and then we go on to the next person. So if somebody chooses your character, you no longer have the ability to get that character.
Okay.
There can only be one.
All right. I'm excited.
So if somebody chooses Anakin, then you can't choose Vader.
Okay. Gotcha. Right. Yeah, got it. Makes sense. I like it. All right, man.
So if you get, say, Clone 99, then maybe I'll have to get 555. Quadruple 5.
Can you imagine? Like I'm taking Echo. Yeah, well, I get Tech. So
yeah.
I go Wrecker.
Why are you just going after Bad Batch?
It's because you want the set.
What about the other?
No, we only get like 4. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. We'll have to. So what exactly does the audience? How can the audience prepare to get involved? I guess how can they participate at home?
Okay, so once everybody has a chance to complete their teams and get as many of their choice picks as possible, you each get a chance to argue why your squad has the best chance to succeed in the objective. So the audience will decide who actually won at the end of it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Sounds good.
Better call some friends so they can phone in.
Yeah. We'll have to run some multi-platform surveys here. Everyone listening, please, prep your replies, prep your responses, like definitely tune into that episode. And,
wasn't our plan to, if you, vote, then you get entered into a raffle?
Yeah. Was that the original plan? I think
so. Cause we couldn't think of any other reason why people would bother.
Right. I'll sort that out for next week.
Prize TBD.
Yeah. Prize TBD. Our mail service is kind of shot right now, so like
doesn't matter, it'll be a while.
Yeah, it might be a while, but we'll see. All right, thank you guys both for coming back on as always. Thank you, Darian, for popping in and prepping the game for our 400th, and our co-host Blake for always showing up in the nick of time.
Better late than never.
Thank you for having us. This is the way.
Yeah, man. It's always a good time. We'll see you out there. Keep flying.
All right. Thank you so much to our audience for tuning in. As you heard, definitely keep Star Wars Escape Pod on your subscribers list. We love being there, and we do love to hear your comments and see those likes and those 5 stars, and it helps the algorithms, helps other Star Wars fans find the podcast. It helps other fans of Star Wars podcasts find Star Wars Escape Pod specifically, and it always brings a smile to our faces whenever we do see a very nice compliment. And we do this from a love of Star Wars and a love of chatting with each other on a weekly basis and about something we all like very much. So definitely stay tuned in for the celebration coming down the road in a few weeks. We look forward to that, participating with you at home. And we will see you in the next episode of Star Wars Escape Pod. May the Force be with you.